Alright, you lot, get your heads out your asses. We've got some truth bombs to drop today. Ever thought that just because a game has millions of players, it means it's actually good? Yeah, me neither. But that's Hype Machine we're here to dismantle. From Fortnite to Among Us. Popular, sure, but are they as brilliant as you've been led to believe? Or are they just trends carried by streamers and FOMO junkies? But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe and all that bollocks. You know what drill, it helps channel grow. Or so algorithm gods tell me. Now let's crack on. Alright, let's kick off by addressing elephant in room. Player count. Everyone loves to throw numbers around like it's a bloody pissing contest.
Fortnite has 350 million players. Apex is smashing it. Among Us is a cultural phenomenon.
Alright, cool story. But let's take a step back. Are they really good games, or are they just flavour at month riding wave for influencer hype and marketing cash? Fortnite's more a social hangout than a game at this point, with cringe-worthy dance moves and microtransaction skins keeping it relevant. Apex Legends? Yeah, it nailed mechanics, I'll get that. But let's be honest, it's Battle Royale trend that got everyone in a frenzy, not actual depth at gameplay. And don't get me started on Among Us. It was fun for about 5 minutes, and then TikTok ran it into the ground faster than a kid face planting off a trampoline. It's thing. Player count is a great mechanic, if you're looking at your bloody bank balance. But for judging quality of a game, nah, it's about as useful as a chocolate teapot. Just cause everyone's playing don't mean it's a masterpiece. Most of the time, it's not about gameplay being that good. It's FOMO, fear of missing out, combined with relentless marketing that drives numbers. It's not quality, it's just visibility. And in this day and age, the game's got great timing and a few streamers shouting about it, boom, instant hit, even if it's as shallow as a kiddie pool. Now let's get into why these so-called massive games blow up in first place. Because spoiler alert, it's not about innovative gameplay or deep storytelling. It's all about 3 things: timing, community, and marketing. And honestly, it's unholy trinity that's turning average games into overnight sensations. First up, timing. Fortnite didn't reinvent wheel, it just happened to roll out at perfect moment. When PUBG were all rage, Fortnite swooped in with its free-to-play model, colourful graphics and dumbass dancers, catching attention of younger players and casual gamers who didn't want intensity of proper battle royale. Add a global event to mix and suddenly everyone's stuck at home, bored out of their minds looking for an easy distraction. Fortnite want best game, but just in right place at right time. That's gaming equivalent to winning lottery because you found a ticket in gutter. Then there's community. Apex Legends, for instance, thrives because it's got a massive community backing it. Once you've got a few 100,000 people playing and a bunch of streamers yelling about it, it's easy to think games must be incredible, right? Wrong. It's not that game's bad, but if it weren't for squad-based mechanics and hyper-ranked competitive play, would it still be on top? Doubtful. People stay for community, not always game itself. It's like turning up at a party that's dead, but sticking around because your mates are there. Fun ain't music, it's people. And don't get me started on marketing. Half these games are rammed down your throat so often you'd think they were cure for a common cold. Streamers get paid, influencers jump on trend, and suddenly every ad break on YouTube is telling you, you got to play this game. Newsflash, you don't. It's just marketing's way of creating illusion of quality. More eyeballs, more clicks, more players, but none of that guarantees a good game. It guarantees you've just been played by a marketing machine. Alright, let's flip script and talk about real unsung heroes of gaming. Ones that slip through cracks while likes of Fortnite and Apex were hogging all attention, like that one kid who always takes extra pizza slices at the party. These are games that genuinely push boundaries, deliver unique experiences, and yet for some inexplicable reason don't get love they deserve. First up, criminally underrated Titanfall 2. This game had it all. Innovative movement mechanics, smooth gunplay, and one of the best single-player campaigns ever. But what did it get? A spot between Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty in release schedule, basically sending it to die like a lamb to slaughter. If it had marketing push as some of these more popular titles, we'd be talking about Titanfall 3 by now. But now, people would rather watch Fortnite kids do cringeworthy dance moves than experience magical wall running into a Titan drop. Then there's Outer Wilds. A game that takes exploration and curiosity to a whole new level. It's not about shooting enemies or grinding for gear. It's about unraveling a cosmic mystery in a beautiful crafted universe. This game didn't blow up, but it damn well should have. It's the type of game that sticks with you long after you've played it. Unlike repetitive dopamine hit from games like Apex where you just chase next win. These games didn't fail cause they were bad. They failed cause they didn't have hype train barreling down track fueled by influencers, streamers and billion-dollar marketing campaigns. But make no mistake, they're better crafted, more memorable experiences than 90% at trending games clogging up your social feed. So why the hell do these brilliant games get tossed aside like yesterday's takeaway? Why does something like Titanfall 2 or Outer Wilds struggle to find an audience, while Fortnite is still making headlines for adding yet another pointless skin? It's not just about timing though. Let's be clear, launching Titanfall between Battlefield and Call of Duty was like sending a puppy into a cage fight. But there's more to it than just that. First off, marketing. It's cold hard truth that great games often lack mega budget to get plastered across every YouTube pre-roll ad, Twitch stream and billboard at Times Square. Gaming industry is brutal battlefield, and if you're not packing millions to pump into marketing, you're basically a ghost. Look at Outer Wilds. Kind of game that offers a deep, mind-blowing experience, but didn't have flashy trailers or celebrity endorsement to scream, "Hey, look at me!" It relied on word of mouth and niche gaming communities, which ain't enough when everyone else is distracted by shiny, shallow titles with bigger ad campaigns than Hollywood blockbusters. Then there's issue and mass appeal. These underappreciated games don't cater to the lowest common denominator. They're not designed for casual players who just want to jump in, get a quick kill, and then do a Fortnite dance on some poor sod's corpse. Games like Titanfall 2 and Outer Wilds are crafted for players who want something deeper, something more engaging, and let's be honest, something that requires more than 2 brain cells to enjoy. But 'cause they don't spoon-feed dopamine hits every 5 seconds, they don't attract massive crowds. And let's not forget about gaming media. They're as much to blame for this mess as anyone. You think they're going to dedicate endless coverage to a niche title that's a slow burn masterpiece when they can get clicks off a latest Apex Legends update or Fortnite events? Absolutely not. It's all about feeding content beast, and slow burners get devoured by endless churn of clickbait articles and sponsored streams. In end, great games get overlooked because they're not designed to be consumed like junk food. The gourmet meals in a world obsessed with fast food. Alright, let's really dissect difference between fast food gaming trends and fine dining at truly innovative gameplay. We're talking about difference between stuffing your face with a greasy burger for a quick fix versus sitting down to a meticulously crafted meal that you actually savour. Spoiler alert, most of you lot are stuck in a drive-thru, and it's not cause you want to be, it's cause industry keeps shoving you there. Trends like Fortnite, Apex and Call of Duty are built on instant gratification. They're engineered much like social media apps did that dopamine rush every 5 seconds. Want to fight? Flashy animations and sound effects. Unlock a new skin? More shiny things. Hell, even losing in games feels like you're one step closer to next hit a virtual crack. Gameplay loop is so tight you barely notice you're not actually doing much. It's designed to be shallow. You can jump in, mash some buttons, feel like a god for 30 seconds and jump out again. Not gained, not learned. But truly innovative games, they don't coddle you. They don't lead you around by the nose, hand you a participation trophy and pat you on the head for just showing up. Take Outer Wilds for example. That game doesn't tell you where to go or what to do. It leaves you to figure it out, to explore, to think. It's a game that rewards curiosity and patience. And let's be honest, most gamers today can't sit still for more than 5 minutes without needing the next dopamine hit. That's why it didn't hit mainstream, because it demands something from you. Problem is, real innovation in gameplay is hard to sell. It don't give you that immediate reward. Games like Titanfall 2 perfected movement and gameplay mechanics in a way that no one had really done before, but industry were too busy chasing next battle royale cash cow to notice. Innovation requires risk. And we live in a time where developers would rather reskin same tired formula because they know it'll sell. Why push boundaries when you can just repackage same old crap with new skins and a slightly different map? So what do we get instead? We get trends. We get viral fast food gaming that hits hard, fades fast, and leaves you feeling empty once next big thing comes along. Meanwhile, truly groundbreaking titles are left behind because they're dared to be different, and apparently that's not what sells anymore. Now buckle up, because this is where things get a bit bleak. Trend chasing might be raking in cash now, but in long run, it's doing more damage to the gaming industry than the blind elephants in a pottery shop. You've probably noticed it already. industry's becoming more predictable than a soap opera plot twist. And that's because innovation is being tossed aside in favour of next quick cash grab. Developers aren't being pushed to create something new anymore. They're being pushed to create something safe. Publishers see success of Fortnite, Apex, or latest Battle Royale clone and think, yep, more of that please. So we get copy and paste titles that are designed to follow whatever current trend is, whether it's Battle Royale or yet another gacha-filled mobile game. And let's not pretend this is about delivering great gaming experiences. It's about squeezing every penny out of your wallet with season passes, loot boxes, and overpriced skins. Game itself? Secondary at best. They're selling you a storefront disguised as gameplay. And while everyone's busy chasing trends, actual craft of game development is taking a back seat. Why spend time perfecting innovative mechanics, storytelling, or unique art style when you can just crank out another formulaic multiplayer game and drown it in microtransactions? Look at talent that gets wasted. Developers with brilliant ideas forced to work on what's hot rather than creating something meaningful. It's a tragedy, honestly. But long-term impact ain't just on developers, it's on you. Gamers trained to expect this constant stream of half-baked FOMO-fueled nonsense. You're conditioned to chase next seasonal event or skin, not real depth or challenge. And that, my friends, is why games like Titanfall 2 and Outer Wilds struggle. They don't fit fast food mold that players have been spoon-fed for years. Games with actual substance get overlooked because they don't fit into this trend-driven cycle of quick gratification and shiny new things. And what happens when next big trend dries up? What are we left with? A landscape full of forgettable, shallow experiences that were fun for 5 minutes but ultimately lacked any lasting impact. Meanwhile, truly innovative games, ones that could have pushed medium forward, have either been buried or ignored. Industry becomes stagnant, creativity takes a nosedive, and we're all worse off for it. But let's not end on a note of doom and gloom. There's still hope for gaming, as long as we, players, can break bloody cycle. First off, we've got to stop rewarding mediocrity. It's simple. If you keep spending your cash on shallow trend-chasing games, that's what they'll keep making. Vote with your wallets. If a game is just a reskinned version of last year's fad with a shiny new battle pass, let it rot. Instead, seek out and support games that are pushing boundaries. Look for Titanfall 2s and Outer Wilds at World. Ones that may not have billion-dollar marketing budget but actually offer something new and meaningful. These games won't throw flashy skins at you every 5 minutes, but they'll give you experience that sticks with you long after you put your controller down. Next, demand more from developers and publishers. Industry listens when community makes enough noise. So when you see a game that's costing on microtransactions and regurgitated gameplay loops, call it out. Let them know we're not gonna settle for same old crap with different name. Support innovation, celebrate creativity, and most importantly, spread word about those underrated gems. Word of mouth is more powerful than any ad campaign if enough people get behind it. We also need to reset our expectation. Not every game needs to be a multiplayer cash cow. It's okay to enjoy single-player stories, games with slower, deeper mechanics, or indie titles that take risks. They might not have flashy appeal or a battle royale game, but they'll offer something that stays with you, something you'll actually remember in a few years' time. Unlike 100th round of Apex you played cause, let's be honest, you were just bored. At the end of the day, it's up to us to break cycle. We need to stop chasing trends and start celebrating true quality. And if we do that, maybe, just maybe, gaming industry will start delivering more at stuff that actually matters. So here's your mission. Go out there, find those hidden gems, give them love they deserve, and leave trend-chasing zombies behind. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and leave your comments and questions below. I might just feature them on channel. And I'll see you next time, you magnificent